Let's bow our heads for a moment of silence, please. Thank you. I'd like to welcome everyone to the January 10th Newton County Board of Education School Board Meeting Work Session. Do we have any special recognition?
Not this evening, we do not.
Okay, public participation. Do we have any public participation? Having none. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, we forgot to do the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sorry about that. Need a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Ms. Baker, second by Mr. Johnson. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same. Motion carries. Need approval of the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or concerns? Having none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Superintendent's report. Dr. Lockhart.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, Madam Superintendent. Operations report, January 2017. The rate of expenditures through December 31st is within budget and slightly better than last year, with 48.92% of funds expended with 50% of the fiscal year complete. The school system's eSPLOST 4 distribution for December was $908,000, which is a decrease of about $28,000 from last month's collection. The average for the first 22 months of SPLOST 4 collections is about $900,000. The monthly average for SPLOST 3 was $881,000. The title ad valorem tax collection for November was $8,805. Facilities. During the month of December, facilities staff continued to focus on school safety. Progress was made on the first phase of implementing access control systems to all elementary schools. School safety expert Michael Dorn performed a preliminary threat assessment on an elementary school. His insight will be incorporated into the planned building improvements. Procurement. We're really proud of Mr. Greg Goins. He's our procurement coordinator. He was elected president of the Governmental Procurement Association of Georgia. This is a nonprofit professional organization that promotes continuing education, high ethical standards, and professionalism in public procurement. Membership includes state agencies, colleges and universities, county governments, municipalities, authorities, and school districts in Georgia. GPAG is a statewide chapter of the National Institute of Governmental Procurement. So again, very proud of his accomplishments. Pupil transportation. In December, our buses traveled over 200,000 miles. The average per gallon cost for diesel fuel purchased during December was $2.13. School nutrition. In December, we served over 88,000 breakfast meals, and that's an average of 7,352 breakfast meals served each day. In December, 171,000 lunches were served. In My Payments Plus, just for you to know, the year-to-date revenue through December is $491,000. This is a 12% increase over the same period last year. Item 4, the Newton County School System Wellness Committee hosted a training session on December 8th for schools participating in the Alliance for a Healthier Generations Healthy Schools program. The initiative offers training and technical support to aid schools in successfully customizing a wellness program. 19 of our schools are currently participating in the program. On the next page for operations, just want to give you an update. It's the following chart. It's a summary of health services provided during August through November of 2016. And again, just gives you an idea of the type of services that our nurses provide for our students throughout the year. That concludes the operations report, unless there are questions.
Any questions by any board member? Proceed.
Curriculum Instruction Technology Report. Just three things to bring to your attention to this evening. On December 7th, Great Day 2016, the Newton College and Career Academy became the 41st STEM certified school in the state of Georgia. The STEM Academy at NCCA is the 10th high school and currently is the only college and career academy to receive this prestigious honor. So again, we're very proud of the work of everybody involved, the CEO, Dr. Tim Schmidt, Mr. Scott Raines, the entire team for their milestone accomplishment. Item 2, December 10th, the Newton County School System held its annual science fair. The fair was held at NHS, and to be eligible to participate in the district fair, students' projects had to make it through their school level competitions, and so we're still moving forward with that. Item 3, during International Computer Science Week, Newton County schools participated in the Hour of Code, which is a global movement aimed at reaching tens of millions of students in over 180 countries. During this week, our IT team organized various activities for students, including 5 field trips to the Microsoft store in Atlanta, where over 300 of our students from all grade bands learned how to code. Schools had guest coders volunteer their time. Also, the state superintendent visited 2 of our schools to watch students code and learn about our district coding initiative. Very successful program. Again, want to give credit to Mr. Adam Bayall and his tech team for putting that event together. It was quite a wonderful event. And I apologize. I have one more item I do want to bring to your attention. That's item 5, second page. December 9th, State School Superintendent Richard Woods visited the Newton County Theme School to celebrate the school's National Blue Ribbon designation, and during the visit, he spoke with teachers and students and congratulated them on their accomplishment. That concludes the CIT report, unless there are questions.
Any questions? Go ahead.
Okay, last thing is the enrollment report for January. Right now, we have approximately 19,685 students. Same time last year, it was 19,709, so that's a slight decrease of about 24 students. And that concludes the enrollment report.
Thank you, Dr. Lockhart. Any questions from the board members? Thank you. We have no old business. We'll move to new business. Item A. Ms. Robinson.
Good evening.
Good evening.
The superintendent recommends the adoption of the FY18 tentative budget calendar. The budget calendar is set to coincide with the adoption of the final budget prior to the adjournment of the final board meeting in June. Once enrollment projections are finalized, schools will receive an allotment that will have projected student enrollments and staffing for the 17-18 school year. Staffing will be based on the maximum class size as approved by the State Board of Education. Guaranteed budgets will be based on the same amount as per projected student as applied to the 16-17 initial allotments. Those amounts are indicated on the attached calendar. The calendar provides time for principals to discuss budgets and receive input from their staff prior to submitting their guaranteed budget. The time is set aside for the board to hold budget work sessions and public hearings as may be needed or required. And that concludes item A.
Thank you. Item B.
The superintendent recommends the renewal of the contract for the maintenance program provided by Harris School Solutions for their next-gen financial software. The program period covers the 2017 calendar year. The background is Harris School Solutions designs, develops, and builds software and hardware to meet the needs of K-12 school districts. They were one of the first to offer financial management tools for the K-12 market and have been in the business for over 30 years. NextGen, the financial software used by the school system, is an enterprise resource planning solution that offers a fully integrated suite of fund accounting and business management modules. The maintenance program includes technical support, troubleshooting, and resolution of issues that affect the software or its operations, a customer support program, training information, and all software releases, updates, and enhancements. The total cost of the maintenance program is $32,852.40. This cost will be paid for with budgeted FY17 general funds.
Thank you. This item needs board action tonight. Can I get a motion to approve item B?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Coggins, second by Ms. Baker. Any concerns or questions? Having none, all in favor, aye. Aye. All opposed, same. Motion carries. Item C.
Good evening, Chairman, members of the board.
Good evening.
Tonight, item C is before you for consideration. It's a recommendation from the superintendent for the use of the gymnasium at Newton County Theme School by the YMCA for summer programs. They're requesting the use of the gymnasium from May 26th through July 27th, 2017. No facility fee would be charged, and the principal was consulted and has given her consent for that use.
Any questions or concerns from any board members? Okay, we'll move to item D.
All right, item D, superintendent recommends the annual renewable contract awarded to Supply Works of Austell, Georgia for a comprehensive custodial program to be renewed for an additional term. The effective date will be January 21st, 2017, and it'll expire January 20th, 2018. Just to give you a little background on it, proposal was originally issued November 8th, 2013. The process was the process used included to get the best value, weighted criteria, and price. And the resulting contract was awarded about 3 years ago, January 2014. The vendor has performed satisfactorily to date. They've met all contractual requirements, and they've agreed to continue under the same terms of the original contract. The estimated contract value is $472,602. This will be paid for by general funds.
Thank you. Any questions or discussions from any board members? Having none, thank you. Item E, Ms. Vineyard.
I'm not as tall as Mr. Garrett.
Good evening. The superintendent recommends the proposed calendar of meeting dates for your Board of Education meetings for January 2017 through January 2018. This is required by Board Policy BCA that you set your meeting dates, times, and locations. If you'll look at the proposed schedule, the only change from our 2016 meeting schedule is that we've proposed going from 2 meetings in February to 1 since we have the break in there. If you'll look at the dates and if you'll let me know if you see anything that doesn't work, we can get it changed before the next meeting.
I had one question. I think the July meeting is the same day as the high school open house. Is that going to affect anyone?
I think we had a meeting date once before on
Okay.
open
I
house
mean, that was the
day.
only conflict that I even saw.
Yeah, I have one conflict, but I think we should be okay, and that is on the 20th for our last meeting before the budget, and I'll be out of
Is
town
that June?
in June the 20th.
Okay. But we would still have a quorum?
Yeah, we
the
should
other
still have a
four?
quorum.
Okay.
Yeah, so we should be fine.
Okay, and then I believe, and Ms. Fury can correct me if I'm wrong, that you can still change a meeting date once you adopt the schedule.
Just
You can
one.
change one if we get started and something needs to be tweaked a little.
Well, and do you wish for us to look at that June meeting date just to see if there's a different date? Or is everybody all right? Because it's
Can
the,
everybody be there? Everybody else can be there, we'll have a quorum.
yeah, if that's okay, since it's the budget, the approval of the FY18 budget. So I don't know.
If you want to check your vacation schedules.
If you're good with it, we'll leave it.
So are we leaving it as is for next week, or Mr. Bailey?
It is
looked like
okay
you wanted to
with,
say
with
something.
me. I just want to make sure that you guys are all okay with
You
one
are
member of
okay.
your team not being here on that particular
That's the
day.
only date we'll have available, because in the past, when we did try to have it that, move it back another week, it had something to do with the hiring.
Yeah.
So
And
we
then-
had to keep it at that date anyway.
And then your GSBA conference is
Right.
in
Yeah.
June as well.
Yeah.
So if you
So
go
I'm-
home and look at your calendars and see something that you didn't think of tonight, just send me an email and I can let Ms. Fury know, and we'll edit this if necessary.
I may be back in time, depends upon what time my flight gets back in,
Okay.
so I'll let you know.
Okay.
Thank you. Item F, you need to be thinking about the electing a chair and vice chair for our next meeting. Would change, we haven't changed procedures we normally handle as we always do. You just make your nomination and you vote on it, and that's it. So y'all be thinking about that. Any questions about the chair and vice chair?
Does it have to change?
No?
Yeah, I think Mr. Turner has some free time on his hands.
He does.
I agree.
Do we need to push this off to the next week? Can we go ahead and make a decision tonight?
That's if everybody's ready, I think we should be able to.
Well, just because it's not been noted for the public, you have to
Yeah,
wait.
it has to
You
be
need
an
wait.
action
You have to
item.
All right.
Yeah.
So, just be ready to vote at our next meeting. Item H, we need to delegate someone for the Georgia Association School Board Conference in Savannah for this summer.
I need to take my name out of that hat. As of right now, I have a conflict with the date at the GSBA, so I won't be able to attend.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
That's G.
It's G, item G, yes. Trey,
What's that?
are you gonna be able to attend Mr. Johnson this summer conference?
I doubt it.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, everybody keep his father-in-law in prayers. His father-in-law is real ill, so keep his family in prayer. And also, our condolences go out to Ms. Baker in the passing of your uncle as well. Trey,
Is there, I guess so, by default.
so you'll be the delegate?
Yes, he
Well, I guess
will.
we'll wait till next week, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
next week.
Would you consider that?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll take a
Trey,
week
you
to
just
think
said
about
on the other one, like,
it. I need to know what all that entails.
Okay.
I'm gonna need
So
a job
just
description.
be thinking about it, okay? And we have an alternate.
Looks like it'll be, who?
Okay, I'll be the alternate. I'll think about that too. So just be ready to vote on that one at our next meeting.
Alma's gonna be the alternate. I'll be tied up as the, DD.
Okay, so be ready to vote on that at our next meeting. Item H, we need a legislative liaison. Ms. Baker, you normally handle that, don't you?
I do.
Okay, so you be thinking about that for our next meeting. Item I, Dr. Lockhart.
Item I, the superintendent requests that the board approve personnel recommendations made during the executive session.
Okay, I need a motion to approve the item presented in executive session.
So move.
Motion by Ms. Baker, second by Mr. Johnson. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Other matters of interest? Mr. Bailey? Ms. Baker?
Well, in case somebody watches it on YouTube before, Saturday, if it's up, I would like to just kind of plug in to parents, administrators, teachers, and stuff like that. We would like some input. There's a group that is trying to start a Boys and Girls Club. And so we have a couple of community forums. The first one is Saturday. And so it'd be great to get input from the community, from the teachers. This is not going to interfere with after school. We have already made sure of that. But it does serve a wraparound and will help the school system tremendously. It's something that's needed. I feel that's needed. So I would look forward to anybody who can come to any of the forums that's being held. The first one is Saturday at St. Paul AME at 10 a.m. And I am facilitating that one and just want to get a lot of community input.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson? Ms. Coggins? Ms. Fury?
Just a point of note, for our record, that we have transitioned from using SharePoint for our board meetings to the Assembly service provided by the Georgia School Boards Association. And so things will look a little bit different in terms of the agenda, but we have pretty much now a paperless process. And not that we didn't have one before, but the documents are much easier to access, and the transition has been very smooth. And we just need to make a note in the record so that those who view it will understand why it looks different after today.
Okay, all minds are clear? If so, I need a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Baker, second by Ms. Coggins. All in favor, aye. Aye. We stand adjourned.